Hello, my dear students. Good morning. It's a great time to join you on grammar course number 1. We have here today unit 28. And before we begin, I'd like to advise you that you have to stay at home in order to keep yourselves healthy, happy, and comfortable. Another advice is that you should make the best use of your time. You should study right from now. Don't waste your time. Don't delay your homeworks. Please study your lessons carefully. Begin with the rules, with the examples, and then you can move to do the exercises. If you have any difficulties, and when you have any difficulties, please let me know. If you have questions, tell me, and I'd be glad to help you. Now, let's begin. We have today must and can't. This is related to deduction. You have a result, you have some guesses, and you can say he must be absent, or he can't be absent. That is, outside the scope of obligation. It is not related to obligation. It is related to deduction. Let's study this example. We have here, my house is very near the airport or the motorway. It must be very noisy. Yes, because the motorway is very busy, very noisy. You can use must to say that you believe something is certain. Certainty. It is related to certainty. You have been traveling all day. You must be tired. You must be hungry. Traveling is tiring. And you have been traveling all day. So as a result, you must be tired. Another example, Jim is a hard worker. Jim, you must be joking. He doesn't do anything. He is not a hard worker. You must be joking because it is, certainty. Carol must get very bored in her job. She does the same thing every day. I'm sure Sally gave me her phone number. I must have it somewhere. You can use can't to say that you believe something is not possible. So we can have this example. You have just had lunch. You can't be hungry already. People are not usually hungry just after eating a meal. You have just eaten, so you can't be hungry. They haven't lived here for very long. They can't know many people. Study the structure. If you with if I, you, he, and so on, must be or can't be. He must be tired, hungry, at work. He must be at work. He must be doing, going, jogging, and so on. He must, do, get snow, and so on. And you can say he must or he can't do, he can't be tired, he can't be hungry, he can't be at work, he can't be doing something or joking, and so on. He can't do or get or know or have, etc. So this is, what do you call it? The opposite of must be is can't be. This is, very important. This is very important. You must know this rule. For the past, we use must have been, must have done, and can't have done. Let's study this example. There's nobody at home. They must have gone out. Martin and Lucy are standing at the door of their friend's house. They have rung the doorbell twice, but nobody has answered. Lucy says, they must have gone out, as a possibility or certainty. I didn't hear the phone. I must have been asleep. I have lost one of my gloves. You must have dropped it somewhere. Sue hasn't contacted me. She can't have got my message. Tom walked into a wall. He can't have been looking where he was going. So this is about the past. Must have, can't have, and the past. Study structure. If you, for example, you or he or she must have been asleep, must have been at work, must have been doing, looking, etc. They must have gone, they must have got, they must known, and on the other hand, you can say he can't have been asleep or at work. He can't have been or doing. He can't have been looking, etc. He can't have gone. He can't have got. He can't have known, etc. You can use couldn't have instead of can't have. Now, I hope that you have uh, understood the rules of this lesson, which are related to the use of must be and can't be in the present, or must have been, must have done, or can't have done, can't have been in the past. Let's do these exercises. Exercise number 1. Put in must or can't. You have been traveling all day. You must be tired. That restaurant uh, must be very good. It's always full of people. Number 3, that restaurant here can't be very good. It's always empty. It's always empty. So it can't be very good. Number 4, I'm sure I gave you the key. You must have it. Have you locked? Or yes, have you locked it in your bag? Right. Number 5, we are going on holiday next week, so you must be looking forward to it. Number 6, it rained every day during their holiday, so they can't have had a very nice time. Number 7, congratulations on passing your exam. You must be very pleased. Number 8, you got here very quickly. You must have walked very fast. Number 9, Bill and Sue always travel business class, so they must be short of money, or they can't be short of money. Yes, they can't be short of money because business class, always costs a lot of money, so they can't be short of money. Exercise number 2. Now, complete each sentence with a verb, one or two words, in the correct form. The first one is an example. First one is done for you. It is an example. I've lost one of my gloves. I must have dropped it somewhere. And the second one here is also an example. They haven't lived here for very long, so they can't know many people. So the first one is about the past. The second one is about the present. Now, let's see number 3. Ted isn't at work today. He must be ill. See, he is usually at work. Ted wasn't at work last week. He must have been ill. That's past. The doorbell rings. I wonder who that is. It can't be Mary. She's still at work at this time. Number 6. Sarah knows a lot about films. She must have been to the cinema a lot. Number 7. Look, James is parting on his, putting on his hat and coat. He must be going out. Number 8. I left my bike outside the house last night and now it has gone. Somebody must have stolen it. Number 9. Amy was in a very difficult situation when she lost her job. It can't be easy, or it can't have been easy. Number 10. There is a man walking behind us. He has been walking behind us for the last 20 minutes. He must be watching us. Now we turn to exercise number 3. Read the situations and use the words in brackets to write sentences with must have and can't have. Of course, they are related to the past. We have 2 examples. The first 2 sentences are examples. They are done for you. The phone rang, but I didn't hear it. I asleep. I must have been asleep because I didn't hear it. Number 2. Sue hasn't contacted me. She get my message. Oh, she hasn't contacted me. She can't have got my message. Number 3. The jacket is bought. The jacket you bought is very good quality. So it must be very expensive. It must be very expensive. Number 4. They haven't seen the people next door for ages. They haven't seen the people next door for ages. So they must have gone away. They are not there, or they were not there. I was speaking about the past. Number 5. I can't find my umbrella. I leave it in the restaurant last night. I can't find my umbrella, so it must be I must have left it in the restaurant last night. Number 6. Dave, who is usually very friendly, walked past me without speaking. Dave, who is usually very friendly, we are friends, we are great friends, walked past me without speaking, without, greeting me. So he mustn't have seen me. All right, number 7. There was a man standing outside the cafe. He waited for somebody. There was a man standing outside the cafe, so he must have been waiting for somebody. Number 8. Liz did the opposite of what I asked her to do. She understood what I said. Liz did the opposite of what I have said or asked her to do, so she mustn't have understood what I said. Number 9. When I got back to my car, the door was unlocked. The door was unlocked. So I must have forgotten to lock it. Number 10. I was woken up in the night by the noise next door. The neighbors must have been having a party. All right. This is the end of this lesson. Now, to sum up, this lesson is mainly related to dealing with must be, can't be, must have been, can't have been, that is the past and the present, with certainty or possibility or the absence of possibility or certainty. Yes. If you have any questions, please let me know.